Recently in Alberta, there were armed RCMP and Alberta Health Services officers disrupting Christian church services. What would be the reaction if this occurred during a Muslim religious service? Either one of you or both of you, I think this is a great question.
Yeah, it would be total mayhem. It will be as if the Third World War has started, and this time Muslims are the victims. So once you have created that victim narrative, you're always going to fall back on that. Christians don't matter because, well, to be very honest with you, Christians don't stand up strongly enough, and they have to. If you love your faith, I love my faith, you have to stand up for it. You have to make some kind of
noise
which is non-violent, but it must reach the right quarters. I'll give you an example. In Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, says that there is Islamophobia in the Western world. Well, what happens next? In Canadian Parliament, there's a motion about Islamophobia. How are we not connecting the dots? How are we not connecting the influence that the Canadian government is under by Pakistani-born politicians who are bringing about such motions? Can't we sort of see that? So if we are being toyed around with foreign powers, why can't we stand up for the people who built this nation? There were Muslims present here, there were Jews present here, there were Hindus present here, there were Sikhs present here, but let's be honest, the Christians built this country on a shared Judeo-Christian value. After that, we can bring about our values, and I can say, hey, I'm a Muslim, I have certain values that I'd like to share. But you can't forget the past. You can't forget how North America was built. There were certain mistakes, agreeably, grave mistakes, agreeably. But who was it who founded the country? It was the Christians, and the Jews came after that.
And let me add to this that there are great double standards. There is hypocrisy. When you see this, and in response to the questioner, of course, if something like this had happened in a mosque, all hell would have broken loose. It would have been front page coverage in all the mainstream newspapers. But when this happens in a church, it's sort of sidelined. And I have spoken about this and written about this double standard, but it's up to Canadians to stand up and make sure that this is not happening.
And once it becomes a Canadian issue, we have to find the right partners amongst Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Sikhs, those who only keep freedom as their base. And we have to talk to each other. We can't go into our silos and mourn what has happened. We have to talk to each other. We have to rebuild this country as Canada.
You know, I think there was never a more stark contrast than how Justin Trudeau treated the hijab hoax versus how he treated the burning of Christian churches. He basically said he could understand the mindset of someone who would torch a Christian church to the ground. But the hijab hoax was just that. It was a hoax. A little girl said that she had her hijab pulled on and then snipped at. It was all a lie. The Asian community was accused of it. There was never an apology issued to them. But it was just to see how Justin Trudeau immediately reacted without even having all the details about this one thing, because Islamophobia, it's the flavor of the day, but Christian churches are burning all across the country, and Justin Trudeau can say that he understands why it happens.
That is so sad. Really, it is. And this is, again, one of the things that we have to bring awareness about and realize that, this double standard, once again, that we've been talking about. It just goes to show how much fuel is being added to this whole Islamophobia theory. I mean, a non-Muslim can't even use the word Islam or Muslim in a sentence without being slapped with an Islamophobia label. And what your listeners should know is that Islamophobia, the word, was created after 9/11 to stop any discussion or debate about Islam or Muslims. And so it has been very successful. It has been successful as a political tool.
Oh, hi. That was a clip from our Rebel Daily Livestream. It's hosted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by the big boss man, Ezra Levant, and Tuesdays and Thursdays by me, Sheila Gunn Reid, and my good friend, David Menzies. On the live stream, we talk about the news of the day, we show some videos, and we interact with our viewers at home. We stream at 12 noon Eastern, 10 Mountain. You can find us on YouTube, Rumble, Super U, and Odyssey.